I'd like to call to order the special call meeting of Newton County School Board of Education this Friday of April the 28th, 2017. Ms. Ferry?
Yes, Dr. Lockhart, we have some personnel recommendations this evening.
Yes, Ms. Ferry, Board Chair, members of the board. The superintendent recommends the personnel recommendations made during executive session.
We have have sent it to us. Need a motion to approve the recommendation by the superintendent.
So on that motion, actually, I would like to make a different motion, if I may.
Sure, go ahead.
So I'd like to make a motion that we vote separately on the items being presented in front of us. So we vote on pages 1 through 3 as an action item, and then we vote on page 4 as a separate action item.
Okay, you heard a motion by Ms. Baker to separate the items presented in the executive session, meaning we'll vote on pages 1, 2, and 3, and page 4 separately. Do I have a motion to accept that? Second, do I have a second?
No.
You need a second. I made the motion, you just need a
I have a
second.
motion by Ms. Baker, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, time for discussions or concerns, excuse me. For discussion, anybody discussions or concerns?
This is only discussion related to removing the items, because each one is going to be a
This
separate
is
action.
for the vote for pages 1 through 3. Any discussions? Having none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, same. Motion carries. Now I need a motion to accept page 4.
So move.
Motion by Ms. Baker. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Bailey. Any discussions or concerns?
I have discussion.
Go ahead, Ms. Baker.
Okay, so I'd like to just kind of make a statement about page 4, or the item about page 4. And I'd like to actually make a statement about it because it is something near and dear to my heart as a product of the Newton County school system. So I begin by saying, in the midst of Newton County, clear against the sky, proudly stands my alma mater as the years go by. Forward ever we are thoughtful, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, my alma mater, Newton High, all hail. So, with that being said, just want to provide you a little information about me. As a product of the Newton County school system, I attended Porterdale, Cousins, and Newton High School. And those are schools where I lived in those communities. And those communities are important to me. Now, the irony of that whole situation is that I actually am the district representative for those schools still. So the irony is the same communities that I grew up in, that I have family in, that I have friends in, that I have relationships in, are the same communities that exist in the schools now. And with that being said, I've always made it an important fact for the kids in that school to see someone who has come from the community that they come from doing good in the community. I think it's important that they see someone that looks like them, doing good things, that comes from the neighborhood doing good things as well. Congressman John Lewis said once upon a time that as a leader, sometimes you have to get in the way. You have to get in good trouble. You have to make noise and be good trouble. And so the 7 years that I've sat in this seat, I haven't mind getting in the way. And I haven't mind being good trouble. And I haven't mind expressing my opinion and advocating on the behalf of the voices in the communities and the people that I represent. I haven't mind advocating on the children that I represent because I'm passionate about kids and I want to see them do great things. And sometimes our passion does get in the way. And our passion as elected officials should get in the way. We should have the right to voice our opinion. We should have the right to get in trouble and get in good trouble. We should have the right to raise our voice on the things that we are passionate and want to advocate about. We should have that right. And maybe if more elected officials took the time to do that, then we wouldn't be in a lot of the positions that we're in currently. And so I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I'm able to represent that way and show my passion. I'm proud that I don't fold on certain things. The great thing about the election process is that you use Robert's Rule of Order or parliamentary procedure. So just like you have the right to say yes, you have the right to say no, or you have the right to abstain. Besides, if all of us said yes all the time, then we wouldn't be leaders. If all of us just stuck to the system, we wouldn't be leaders. If all of us just stick to the process, we wouldn't be leaders. And that's what a leader should do. A leader should stray away and voice and stand up for what they feel passionate about. With that also being said, as an elected official and as an advocate for children and being that vocal voice and listening to the constituents in my community, because at the end of the day, I sit on this seat on the behalf of them, and I represent them. So when I make informed decisions, not only do I look at the knowledge base, I look at things that I look at the expertise, the works, the culture, the climate, what that person has done, and I make comparisons that way. But not only that, but I listen to my constituents and see, do they have valid reasons or valid things that they want to say about something? And if I do, I listen to those things because they elected me. They put me in this seat. And I should be able to speak. I should never, ever feel like I have to sit in a sunken place anytime, especially when I sit in the seat. So when you're passionate, you're going to speak up. And then when you're passionate about things, people's feelings may get hurt, and that's true, and stuff like that. But as a leader, as a true leader, I question leadership if your feelings get hurt. And when you're violated, you're disrespected, or you're bullied, you should speak up. And I will speak up because I'm not going to be disrespected, and I'm not going to be violated, and I'm not going to be bullied, ever. But based on the past votes that I have done when I sat on this seat, I have never voted based on friendship, ever. I've never voted based on race, ever. If that was the case, then Ms. Fury would be sitting in her seat, and that's reality and that's facts. Never done that. Never. And so when people start to question the process or question people's integrity, I'm speaking. I'm not giving a lecture, I'm giving a statement.
You have your opportunity, but go ahead, Ms. Baker.
When people start to question integrity or question decisions and stuff, I stick with experience and work, and that's how I've always voted. I don't do by friendship. I don't do by race. But I do by culture and climate, community feedback, parental feedback, and the children in that school and the constituents. Okay. And with that being said, I'm very passionate about Newton. I'm passionate about the perception that it receives in the community. And so if you have the opportunity to kill that perception and do what is right, I'm about to close. If you have the opportunity, but like I said, I don't sit in a sunken place. If you have the opportunity to kill that perception in the community, then you should. And I hope that you do if you're ever in that seat or in that position.
Thank you.
Because that's the type of candidates that I look for.
Thank you. Any other board members have any comments or concerns? Having we have been properly motion and second. All in favor of accepting the superintendent's recommendations on page 4, need a side of aye. Aye. All opposed, same.
I oppose.
Motion passes 4-1. Any other matters of interest?
No, not for me.
Okay, having none, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There's a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned.